Welcome back to Still Hear Stories, where history's machines come back to life. Few weapons of World War II gained such a fearsome reputation as the German MG42 machine gun. Nicknamed Hitler's Buzzsaw by Allied soldiers, it became both a symbol of terror and an icon of engineering. The MG42 was introduced in 1942, designed as a cheaper, faster, and more reliable replacement for the earlier MG34. While the MG34 was already advanced for its time, it was expensive and too delicate for mass production. The Germans needed a weapon that could be produced quickly, withstand the harsh conditions of the battlefield, and deliver overwhelming firepower. What they created was extraordinary. The MG42 had a cyclic rate of fire of 1,500 rounds per minute. To put this in perspective, that was nearly twice as fast as most Allied machine guns. The sound it produced was unlike anything soldiers had heard before, not individual gunshots, but a continuous roar like ripping canvas. This terrifying sound earned it the nickname Hitler's Buzzsaw. For Allied troops, the MG42 became one of the most dreaded weapons on the battlefield. American and British soldiers were trained to recognize its sound instantly. Many accounts tell of men freezing in place, convinced that no one could survive a barrage from such a weapon. In fact, Allied propaganda even exaggerated its power, spreading fear before troops ever faced it in combat. But the MG42 wasn't just about speed. It was also remarkably reliable. Its barrel could be swapped out in seconds to prevent overheating, and it could be mounted on bipods, tripods, or even armored vehicles. German doctrine used machine guns as the centerpiece of infantry squads, with riflemen supporting the gun, not the other way around. This made the MG42 central to German battlefield tactics. Production was also efficient. The weapon was largely made from stamped steel parts, which allowed factories to produce it much faster and cheaper than the finely machined MG34. By the end of the war, over 400,000 MG42s had been manufactured. The legacy of the MG42 didn't end in 1945. Its design was so effective that it directly influenced post-war weapons. The German MG3, still in service today with NATO armies, is essentially a modernized MG42. Even the American M60 borrowed heavily from its design. The MG42 was more than just a weapon. It was a psychological and tactical game-changer. It demonstrated how firepower and industrial efficiency could shape the battlefield. For the Allies, it was the sound of fear. For Germany, it was a symbol of deadly innovation. The MG42 wasn't only a machine gun. It was a weapon that left its mark on history, echoing long after World War II had ended.